It's the weekend. Welcome to Massey United Insurance's Line and Length. It's a cricket program where we look at the sport not only in the region, but internationally as well. I'm Barry Wilkinson. Hello to all of our friends on Sportsmax and Scene TV. With me as usual, Andrew Seeley. A wonderful week of controversy, of cricket, but they go hand in hand.
They love it together. Cricket and controversy. We love it in the region. We love it in the world.
Well, you know, we had Anil Roberts. Of course, he is the Minister of Sports in Trinidad and Tobago. He was on our show last week speaking so vehemently about the Trinidad and Tobago Red Steel. Reply today coming from this man, President of the West Indies Cricket Board, Mr. Dave Cameron. He speaks about that issue and so much more information he's going to reveal. Also on the show, is his goose cooked and covered? Who am I talking about? Yeah, Alistair Cook. He's still the captain of England, but for how much longer?
We don't know, but he says he wants to keep it because there's no one else who can do it. Strange comment.
So we're going to look at Cook, we're going to look at the last test, how well Ishant Sharma bowls, and then finally, the Lima Call Caribbean Premier League is ongoing. Innings of the week, undoubtedly, it went to this gentleman from the Barbados Tridents, Dwayne Smith. Tremendous innings, his first century at home.
Oh, great innings from Dwayne Smith in front of his home fans. Bajans love Dwayne Smith.
That's right. We're also going to hear from Damien Odonohoe, CEO of the CPL, and much more. Don't move a muscle. Massey United Insurance's Line and Length about to begin.
Across the Caribbean, more people are placing their trust in Massey United Insurance for the protection of the things that are important to them, their homes, businesses, and their prized possessions. That's because Massey United Insurance offers excellent general insurance coverage to help you manage whatever life sends your way. Our cadre of well-reputed agencies and trained insurance professionals are always ready to provide you with sound advice and prompt service. Choose the security and sound strength that is Massey United Insurance.
In the Caribbean, we do things a little differently. Okay, a lot differently. Our parties are bigger and more colorful. Our people are more beautiful and more sensual. Our fans are more expressive and loud. And our cricket is exhilarating. Lima Call CPL, the biggest party in sport, is back, and it's time to come see the stars of West Indies cricket alongside the best international players in T20. Peterson, Mulitharan, Hafiz, and many more when the Lima Call CPL returns from 11th July to 16th August. The Caribbean comes alive with partying, dancing, cheering, and the thrill of the Lima Call Caribbean Premier League. It's time to join the biggest party in sport. See cplt20.com for details.
I live cool, I live fresh, I live life without the stress. Every day I feel my best, I live cool with Lima Call. Feel the energy, feel the breeze, I feel like doing as I please. Relaxation comes with these, I live cool with Lima Call.
Live cool with Lima Call and feel the freshness of a breeze in a bottle. Lima Call is trusted the world over and gives that easy, breezy Caribbean feel to all.
Every day I feel my best, I live cool with Lima Call.
So welcome back to Massey United Insurance's Line and Length. As promised, we have the President of the West Indies Cricket Board, Mr. Dave Cameron. Dave, it's so good to see you. Of course, Andrew Seeley is definitely here with us. First of all, Dave, I want to start with things that are current. The Lima Call Caribbean Premier League is ongoing. I know the West Indies Cricket Board still has a stake in it. Are you happy with how things are going so far?
Well, firstly, thank you very much, Barry and Andrew, for inviting me on your program. And just to say good day to all your viewers in the Caribbean and the entire world. You know, we go from the feedback of the promoters of the CPL, and right now they're telling us that they're very happy with how it's been going. The scores, even the game, Barbados, the Tridents versus the Zooks, has been a very good game last night. So the scores have been very encouraging. And that's one of the reasons why they've actually employed, as you know, a groundsman who's gone around to ensure that the pitches are of the standard that we require. and we have also agreed to adopt that practice going forward. So generally, we're happy with the crowds. Some have been a little bit disappointing, but we are very, very happy with the support and with the cricket at this point.
Before I bring in Andrew, clarify one thing for me. What exactly is the board's stake in the Lima Call Caribbean Premier League? What's the percentage of the WICB stake?
I don't think we're at liberty to disclose that, but we are a shareholder.
Okay.
Okay, Dave, you talked about some of the crowds being a little small. Clearly, when the CPL decided this year to go to some different venues, i.e. Grenada and St. Kitts, there must have been some concerns on the part of the board, and I think the concerns have been realized because the crowds in Grenada were really, really quite small.
Yeah, well, again, Grenada wanted the games, and you just need to always remember, Andrew, that we actually have 10 venues in the region. And you know, cricket is everybody's sport. So we always have to find some mechanism to ensure that everybody gets an opportunity at home to view the game. So, you know, the government of Grenada came up and said we would like to host some games. And the government of St. Kitts said that we would like to be a part of it as well. So it may be something going forward where maybe next year St. Vincent may want to host games. As long as the commercial realities are realized, then I think, you know, you're going to have, you know, maybe different venues hosting the games going forward.
Now, Dave, you know, I want to ask you this question in regards to what we discussed last week on the program with Anil Roberts, the Minister of Sports. What was your personal take on this whole issue of Trinidad and Tobago not bearing the name on the red steel? It was clarified this week, we know, but what was your personal take on that particular issue?
Well, I'm not sure that I have a personal take, but from the WICB perspective, we understand the laws very, 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 very clearly, but there was more a philosophical thing of having Trinidad and Tobago. We needed to find a way to ensure that the teams had a base, and so that is why everybody thought the names of the countries were the way to go. And if you remember, I heard the minister, I think, spoke about it, where in the IPL they've used city names for the IPL. Remember again that this tournament is actually the domestic T20 tournament of the West Indies Cricket Board.
Right.
You know, so in one sense, yes, it's a private entity operating, but it's really the domestic tournament of the West Indies Cricket Board. So in that sense, they were just using the domestic names, which we've all been accustomed to. So from a legal perspective, we agree, we understand. Now, Barry, I'd just like to jump over to something else, which is going to be impacting. As you know, we've been talking about the professional league and the professional structure coming forward.
Right.
And effective August or September, we're now going to have players from all over the region and potentially outside of the region who will be playing for these franchises. Are we still going to call them Barbados and Jamaica and Trinidad? And so that is an interesting point. However, these teams will fall directly under the auspices of the territorial boards. And so that may qualify for the ministers, in the minister's view, for the team to be called the Trinidad and Tobago team. So I just wanted to make that point, that we're moving to a structure where we're going to have players from all around the region playing for each team.
Well, it's an interesting point that you've just raised there, because I believe only recently the board made a determination not to allow players to move within territories to play in the regional 4-day tournament. So is that a reversal of this policy, or what's the position? Because it seems to be a little dichotomy to me.
No, when was this policy enunciated, Andrew? Because I don't remember it, not since I've been at the board. We've always maintained that we support players moving around the region. You had Ricardo Powell playing in Trinidad.
Yes, of course.
You had
Odonohoe Morton as well.
Soul rest in peace, that played in Trinidad and Tobago. So I'm not sure when this policy was put into force. But be that as it may, it's not a reversal of policy. What we're saying, and this is what we've announced, that coming this year with the new professional structure, players and teams will be able to select the best players from around the region.
Okay.
Is this one of the main reasons why the WICB has decided then to cut the combined campuses and colleges from its regional first class competition?
That is the main reason, because we're now having 6 professional setups where the players will be at work 12 months of the year, excepting when they're on vacation, etc. And we did not see how the combined campuses would fit into a professional setup. Playing cricket home and away, our season starts November 1st through to March, and therefore we didn't see how a university team could actually fit into such a structure.
Okay.
We, however, believe a tournament that lasts 2 or 3 weeks, such as a Super 50, we could actually accommodate them. So we're looking to invite the CCC to the tournament in January next year, and then we'll review it going forward.
But it's very good that you made it absolutely clear, Mr. President, and we are happy for the explanation. I want to move on now to another issue. You've just had the board has just had a meeting, I believe, in Antigua, and I've had many calls from people in the UK trying to find out exactly what's happening with the England tour to the Caribbean next year. Any further information that can be given to the thousands of fans, both in the region and in the UK and beyond?
Yeah, I can assure you that we will be able to announce it by the latest next week. I think we've now agreed the venues, and let me just make it very clear. You know, like everything else, the world has moved on, and we have been still managing West Indies cricket in the same model for the last, certainly it's the last 12 years since I've been there. And what we've done, we've tried to change the commercial model this time going forward. So it required us negotiating with some of the governments in the region. So even though we chose the venues, there were some conditions that we had to agree with our governments in terms of hosting. I think we've agreed that now. And just remember that the governments are one of our major stakeholders in West Indies cricket. So we had to agree in terms of the hosting. And now that we've agreed that, we're very close to announcing. We just need to go back to the board, get full sign off, and we'll be able to announce it very, very shortly. Okay. So again, I just want to thank your fans from all over the world who've been calling you, Andrew. Thank you for your patience, and we will release those venues very, very shortly.
Good.
All right, wonderful stuff. President of the West Indies Cricket Board, Dave Cameron, thanks so much for joining us on Mass United Insurance's Line of Length. Stay tuned. When we come back, we've got much more. We're going to also look at what's happening with the England Test Series. Don't move a muscle.
Across the Caribbean, more people are placing their trust in Massey United Insurance for the protection of the things that are important to them, their homes, businesses, and their prized possessions. That's because Massey United Insurance offers excellent general insurance coverage to help you manage whatever life sends your way. Our cadre of well-reputed agencies and trained insurance professionals are always ready to provide you with sound advice and prompt service. Choose the security and sound strength that is Massey United Insurance.
In the Caribbean, we do things a little differently. Okay, a lot differently. Our parties are bigger and more colorful. Our people are more beautiful and more sensual. Our fans are more expressive and loud. And our cricket is exhilarating. Limacall CPL, the biggest party in sport, is back, and it's time to come see the stars of West Indies cricket alongside the best international players in T20, Peterson, Mulitharan, Hafiz, and many more when the Limacall CPL returns from 11th July to 16th August. The Caribbean comes alive with partying, dancing, cheering, and the thrill of the Limacall Caribbean Premier League. It's time to join the biggest party in sport. See cplt20.com for details.
stress. Every day I feel my best. I live cool with lime call. Feel the energy, feel the breeze. I feel like doing as I please. Relaxation comes with these. I live cool with lime call.
Live cool with Limacol and feel the freshness of a breeze in a bottle. Limacol is trusted the world over and gives that easy, breezy Caribbean feel to all.
Every day I feel my best. I live cool with lime call.
So it's been a great start to how things have turned out in Barbados, and with me is the Tridents top man, Dwayne Smith. Dwayne, you must feel good about that first century for yourself in T20 cricket.
Yeah, of course I am. I've had plenty of good scores that I haven't carried on, and I've been getting upset about it. So this one is really special because it's at home as well. And as I said earlier, I really want to thank my daughter because she's the one that really drives me every day.
You know, I don't mean to bring up bad memories, but you must have been thinking a year ago, first ball of the tournament and you were out one ball. Was that in the back of your mind to get things right on this occasion?
I actually was there yesterday. This morning, this afternoon when I come, I wasn't thinking about that because it was just about not going back and just looking to get a good start and then carry on from there.
How was the pitch has played? Because many people feel 3 matches coming up and it's been an even kind of wicket.
Yeah, it's, I think a bit sorry for the bowlers, but we did a very good job today, and hopefully we can get good pitches like this again and go on to get some very good scores.
Do you rate this century as one of your best ever T20 innings?
Any century is a good innings. I've been looking for this ever since, so yes, I do rate it as one of my best.
How do you think the Tridents have been doing so far in the tournament, and how are you looking forward to the future?
Oh, look, we've bounced back from that loss in the first game, so it's good to see that we continue and we're getting better by the day. So it's just to carry on from here now.
All right, and Dwayne, anyone you want to thank besides your daughter? I know you've been working quite close with Robin Singh.
Yes, Robin Singh has been a great man to me, and he's done a lot of work with me. My coach back at my club, my home club, Dale Elcott. A lot of the guys there as well have given me the encouragement and all the support from the Barbados Tridents and the Barbados fans.
All right, Dwayne Smith doesn't get better than that. A century in front of his home crowd and the Tridents with the victory. So it's a good game for the Tridents, and I'm talking to Damien Odonohoe, of course, is in charge of the CPL, being the CEO. Damien, first of all, are you happy with how things have gone so far, CPL 2?
Yeah, absolutely. We've been delighted. You know, like what a response the Tridents got today here at Kensington Oval. You know, last year we started here and it was a phenomenal start, and the momentum that built through the tournament was absolutely world class. Obviously this year it's a challenge, you know, because we've an international audience of 220 million people who want to see these games as a result of the success of last year. So we've obviously had to, you know, change the times of the game slightly. But you see these 4 o'clock start, you know, I think they're a really nice halfway house and have been quite successful so far.
When you look at how things have gone, you did make that point. Georgetown was good in Guyana. Yeah. Didn't see a big crowd in Grenada, or you didn't see a big one at Antigua. What lessons will you take from that going forward now for next year?
Yeah, you know, like Antigua is just a very difficult place to fill no matter what, because you've, you know, population 80,000 people and the stadium's 20,000 capacity. But also, you know, people love to follow success, and you know the problem is with the Hawksbills, they've been beaten hands down in every single game, and it's very difficult to have your home support come out, you know, when you're playing that bad. And you saw today the Tridents got a great win at the weekend against the Hawksbills, and the home support was here to cheer them on, and you know they pulled out a fantastic performance today.
Sponsorship hasn't seemed to be a problem. How's that going?
No, sponsorship isn't a problem because, like what I said, you know, we're going live to 220 million homes around the world, and you know that puts us second only to the IPL. So people want to be part of this, and you know I really believe that this has reignited cricket in the West Indies, and you know everyone wants to be part of CPL right now. So it's a very exciting time.
We haven't seen some of the big names that were supposed to come. Kevin Peterson, is he still going to be playing in the tournament?
Yeah, well, you know, the deal that we did with Kevin, obviously, you know, Kevin's a huge name, and, you know, he was one guy that straight after his, you know, exit from England, I spoke to Kevin and, you know, I wanted him to be part of this, and he very much wants to be part of this. But obviously we had to coordinate it with his Surrey calendar. So they're winning at the moment, but, you know, Kev thinks that he's going to be down here next weekend for the home games in St. Lucia, so that's going to be pretty big. And I think they could do with him right now.
Give me some insight as to what we can expect in St. Kitts.
Yeah, well, St. Kitts, obviously, you know, we've really ramped it up there, and, you know, the government have been a huge support to us. So obviously in terms of the entertainment, one thing that the government were very clear on was they wanted an international act. So we've brought in Rick Ross, who's the international hip hop star, and alongside that then we've got some local support acts on the bill. So it's going to be a very exciting few days, and obviously then you have the Ian Botham's charity challenge. So there's some really big names who are flying down for that. So it's going to be a hell of a party that week.
CPL is definitely here to stay then. Digicel, of course, have had a great input. Are all of the persons who are involved, like Ajmal Khan, is he still involved in this year's CPL?
Yeah, Ajmal's involved, but at the end of the day, the CPL is only here because of Digicel. And, this was a vision of Dennis O'Brien's, and, we're lucky, as a team that, we came up with this concept. We brought it to Digicel. Digicel have been huge supporters of cricket in the West Indies, and, they like us felt that, the West Indies was the home of T20 cricket, and, something like this would really work. And, you see the amount of kids, that's the most amazing thing, and even speaking to WICB, they tell me that the numbers of kids who've taken up the game since last year, it's there's been a really significant increase. And that's what CPL is all about.
Wonderful stuff. Damien Odonohoe, putting things in perspective and certainly answering some questions about the Limacol CPL 2. We'll be right back.
Across the Caribbean, more people are placing their trust in Massey United Insurance for the protection of the things that are important to them, their homes, businesses, and their prized possessions. That's because Massey United Insurance offers excellent general insurance coverage to help you manage whatever life sends your way. Our cadre of well-reputed agencies and trained insurance professionals are always ready to provide you with sound advice and prompt service. Choose the security and sound strength that is Massey United Insurance.
In the Caribbean, we do things a little differently. Okay, a lot differently. Our parties are bigger and more colorful. Our people are more beautiful and more sensual. Our fans are more expressive and loud. And our cricket is exhilarating. Limacol CPL, the biggest party in sport, is back, and it's time to come see the stars of West Indies cricket alongside the best international players in T20. Peterson, Mulitharan, Hafiz, and many more when the Limacol CPL returns from 11th July to 16th August. The Caribbean comes alive with partying, dancing, cheering, and the thrill of the Limacol Caribbean Premier League. It's time to join the biggest party in sport. See cplt20.com for details.
I live cool, I live fresh, I live life without the stress. Every day I feel my best, I live cool with Limacol. Feel the energy, feel the breeze, I feel like doing as I please. Relaxation comes with these, I live cool with Limacol.
Live cool with Limacol and feel the freshness of a breeze in a bottle. Limacol is trusted the world over and gives that easy, breezy Caribbean feel to all.
Every day I feel my best, I live cool with Limacol.
So we're back on Mass United Insurance's Line and Length. The third test starts tomorrow, Sunday, of course, with England down in the series 1-0 against the Indians. So just let's have a bit of a review and see how things ended off for the English in that last test. I was going to say, Andrew, it was an ill-fated test, but no one died. Perhaps
well, ill-fated for Matt Pryor, certainly.
Yeah, that's right. He was one of the big casualties. What went wrong for England in the test match, besides Ishant Sharma bowling so well and bumping them out?
I think the key point is that England had the first opportunity to bowl and they didn't utilize it well. And in fact, the problem may well be that Anderson and Broad are just too tired. They have bowled themselves into the ground, and the season is not yet halfway, basically, because they have 3 more tests against India to play, including starting tomorrow. And I think the problem is Alistair Cook, having won the toss, he expected Broad and Anderson to deliver, and they basically did not.
Yes, that's a fact. Also, you look at the fact that the England side had a lead, but they did not capitalize upon that very slender lead, or they did not capitalize upon building upon that lead when they had the opportunity to have big partnerships.
No, it has not been a good time for England. Captain Alistair Cook is in one of the worst ruts any captain could be in. He's opening with a brand new partner in Sam Robson, somebody finding his way. And we have a series of players who are unsure of their current positions in the team. And anytime that happens, you can't expect the team to deliver. And that's what's going on with England.
Well, let's hear from Alistair Cook, because he's quite keen to continue, come what may.
It gets harder and harder the more we don't win, and of course it all heaps on me at the end of the day. And until that bloke taps on the shoulder and says we don't want you to captain, I'm desperate to try and turn this around for England. If I'm not good enough at the end of the summer, then so be it. But I am trying my heart out to do this. And yeah, I need to store runs, and we need to start winning. But I'm here. I'm here as long as they want me.
I'm sure everybody recognises the fact that you're doing your absolute utmost. But what convinces you that you can turn that around over the next couple of test matches?
Well, I've got an inner steel which I've got to keep drawing on. First and foremost, I've got to start scoring runs. That a lot of things changes very quickly from some runs. So I've got to go do that. I hit the ball a bit better. I know 10 and 20 don't seem to be a lot of any runs. It's not, but I hit the ball better. So hopefully I can keep working on that a couple of days. And then I've just got to back myself that a score will come.
So Alistair Cook, some interesting thoughts there from him. Of course, the third Investec Test match continues, and that is, of course, at the Rose Bowl. Do you know the Rose Bowl very well?
I know it very well in Southampton, Barry. It's a cool and breezy place, so expect some swing. So I suspect Christopher Jordan may in fact be looking in once again, because it could be a good place for swing bowling. They're discussing the possibility of playing of either Broad or Anderson not playing. They need to rest one of them. But by the same token, a gentleman called Kumar, who swings the ball quite well for India, could come into his own as well.
All right, great stuff. When we come back, we're going to wrap it up for another week on Mass United Insurance's Line and Length.
Across the Caribbean, more people are placing their trust in Massey United Insurance for the protection of the things that are important to them, their homes, businesses, and their prized possessions. That's because Massey United Insurance offers excellent general insurance coverage to help you manage whatever life sends your way. Our cadre of well-reputed agencies and trained insurance professionals are always ready to provide you with sound advice and prompt service. Choose the security and sound strength that is Massey United Insurance.
In the Caribbean, we do things a little differently. Okay, a lot differently. Our parties are bigger and more colorful. Our people are more beautiful and more sensual. Our fans are more expressive and loud. And our cricket is exhilarating. Limacall CPL, the biggest party in sport, is back, and it's time to come see the stars of West Indies cricket alongside the best international players in T20. Peterson, Mulitharan, Hafiz, and many more when the Limacall CPL returns from 11th July to 16th August. The Caribbean comes alive with partying, dancing, cheering, and the thrill of the Limacall Caribbean Premier League. It's time to join the biggest party in sport. See cplt20.com for details.
I live cool, I live fresh, I live life without the stress. Every day I feel my best, I live cool with Limacall. Feel the energy, feel the breeze, I feel like doing as I please. Relaxation comes with these, I live cool with Limacall.
Live cool with Limacall and feel the freshness of a breeze in a bottle. Limacall is trusted the world over and gives that easy, breezy Caribbean feel to all.
Every day I feel my best, I live cool with Limacall.
So that's it for another edition of Mass United Insurance's Line and Length. It's been an exciting program. We hope the cricket is just as exciting as the Limacall CPL continues.
Well, certainly, Limacall CPL, it's great action. Barbados Tridents wins in form.
That's right. St. Lucia and Jamaica, it's your turn now to shine. And we look forward to see how those rounds go before they head to St. Kitts to wrap it all up. So that's it for this week. See you next week. Bye-bye for now.